Daraberne.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one.
Square one?
Nere? Bahsedeceğim.
If Square won, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no...
Wow! What does that mean?
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another.
Yksi on tipane. Mikä täällä on tipane? Nyt
We
beräisin.
shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're one to talk. Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab.
Voica Iora.
He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Okay.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Sitten on aivan... Oh, Kokichi! Kokichi. Ei Sibrilli.
It's you! That would be Kokichi.
Potesa via clone. Non mi sarei. O clone mi so... Pesi
So,
da mica
you
tipo
saw
da...
the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Znaczy na mi.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I
Hindi
didn't
mo
say
basta
that
sa iyo yun,
because
yung
he
basta
wasn't
sa
in the
iyo.
mood to be suspected.
Aha.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm. Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime. I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony. Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
Μίλα μωρέ.
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
That's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No. We cannot be too sure about that yet.
Ξέρω την
Even if
αυστηρή
Ryoma
μαλάκα.
and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me?
I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie? She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal. Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too...
Έχουμε μια πληροφορία ότι η καθαρίστρια ήταν μαζί με τη Μάκη όλη την ώρα στην πόρτα της από όλο το βράδυ.
This is...
Δεν είχε πει η Μάκη ότι ήταν στο lab. Ότι ήταν στο lab όταν...
Ήταν έξω από το lab της.
Maki is lying. Like...
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during that time. I'm telling the truth.
Η Μάκη δεν έλεγε ότι κάτω από το φόνο ήταν μέσα στο lab της, στο δωμάτιό της, όχι κάτω από το φόνο ήταν έγινε φόνος, ήταν μέσα στο lab.
Γαμώτο. Οκ. Ας τα κάνω ότι έχουμε λοιπόν μονοκούμα, γκόντα.
Μάκη
I
άλλο.
met with Ryoma the previous...
Μάκη άλλο τι.
Λοιπόν, έχουμε γκόντα. Δεν μάτισα να το μένετε για τα είναι και... Όχι, αυτό εδώ... Δεν είναι το...
this night.
Εδώ πέρα είναι λοιπόν, the night before Kokichi. Kokichi and someone was my first stand to Himiko and Nadia were born in 5 minutes to 9 p.m. Kokichi lost another. Switching the others were forced to participate. Switching and the others were forced to participate. Switching? Switching?
Δεν πεις.
Ah, okay. Until after. Ωπα, κάτι τι έγινε. 8, 55. 9 μέχρι 11. Άκα. Και ένα ακόμα έχουμε. Μάχη για λόγο. Μάχη για λόγο.
Ναι, αφού λέει ότι κάθεσαι εκεί, πώς γίνεται να το κοντό, να έρθει το κοντός και να της... για να της πάρει το... Αυτή ήταν μόνη της.
Monkey was in there before the lab last night. Α, όχι λέει. Είναι μέσα στο δωμάτιο της μόνο κατά τα μεσάνυχτα και τότε ήρθε και ο Ryoma. Κάτσε να δω τι λένε οι άλλοι.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Θέλω να ρίξουμε εκεί όταν λέει ο νεκρός το... Για να πάτε
Έχει 3 points. Ένα, να αποδείξουμε ότι κάποιος είδε ότι και οι δύο
συναντήθηκαν. Το άλλο είναι ότι αυτή ήταν στο δωμάτιό της. Όχι. Το άλλο είναι αυτό που είπε ο νεκρός. Κάτι είχε πει, μπορώ να το ρίξουμε εκεί, ότι ήταν μόνο στο δωμάτιό της που δεν είναι.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Όχι εδώ.
Surely they would have
Θα
come.
δω κάτι. Αυτό δεν αποδείχνει ότι μετά τις 11 οποιοδήποτε θα μπορούσε να συναντήσει. Δεν μπορώ να καταλάβω.
Γιατί οποιοδήποτε, το κοντός, αφού ήθελε να πάρει το τάμπλετ.
Forward already.
If no one can prove that this
Ναι,
meeting took...
εδώ να ρίξουμε το Μάκι Alone.
Μπα, δεν του άρεσε. Όντως.
Oh no!
Οκ.
I met with Ryoma the previous
Το μόνο
night.
που μου φάνηκε λέει. Δεν μου έκανε κάτι.
Και είναι τα στοιχεία μας μονογούμε file 2.
Ο Γκόντα το είδε τα πειράχα άκυρο.
Ναι.
Και έχουμε το Maki Alone και το άλλο. Τι ήταν το άλλο? Το Meet and Greet. Αυτό.
Το Meet and Greet είναι.
Αυτοί ήμασταν όλοι... Όχι κάτι εδώ.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Εδώ να χρησιμοποιήσουμε το Meet and Greet ή το ήταν μόνοι.
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us.
Ας το Meet and Greet ήταν ότι ήμασταν όλοι όταν ήταν τα έντομα.
Ναι.
Then it's the same as an outright lie!
Κάτσε εδώ το δεμένο έτσι. Αυτό και αποδείχνει. Γενικά συναντήθηκε με κάποιον. Θα δοκιμάσω το easter egg που έχει γίνει κάπου.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Θα δοκιμάσω στο πορτοκαλί
Yes,
το
I
πράγμα.
didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Αυτό δεν το είδαμε, αυτό δεν το είδαμε ποτέ.
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove meeting took place,
Κάτι εκεί πέρα ήρθε, τώρα θα δείξουμε. Θα το δοκιμάσω όλα.
I met with Ryoma the
Το
previous
Meet and
night.
Greet εκεί που είπε... Το Meet and Greet εκεί που ήταν μαζί.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Το Γκόντα σίγουρα αυτό λέει.
Yes, I didn't
Κάτσε,
meet
τι
with
έμεινε,
anyone
περίμενε.
else.
Έχουμε βρεθεί τα... Έμεινε κάτι άλλο.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
if no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Λοιπόν, δεν μπορεί να πει ότι οι δύο αυτοί συναντήθηκαν. Αλλά λέει, μπορώ να τους κάνω convince ότι με κάποιον συναντήθηκε. Ότι γενικά συναντήθηκε με κάποιον. Ασχέτως άμα είναι ο κόντος είναι.
Πώς μπορεί να το κάνει αυτό, να συναντήσει με κάποιον? Γιατί να συναντήσει με κάποιον?
Και βάλαμε το insect και το μάκι άλλο που είπε αντίγαμμεσα. Και έμεινε τώρα το μονοκούμα και ο Golden, πώς είναι σχέση. Ο Κίνος Πάνε. Α, ναι ρε μανάκα. Οκ.
I met with Riona.
Τώρα δεν το μονοκούμα. Έλα, ήθελα να βάλω αυτά, αλλά δεν μπορείς να βάλεις αυτά. Αυτά.
It's night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Δοκιμάζω το μπλε.
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone
Το
else.
μπλε το δικαίωμα με το
Did
green
anyone
και
see
το...
those two together?
Με το μάκι εδώ, νομίζω.
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Τόσο που...
Δεν ξέρω αν μπορεί να
Αυτό σίγουρα θα είναι το μπλε, σίγουρα. Άρα θα πάρω κανένα μονοκούμα φάιλ, γιατί δεν είναι στον άλλο.
Το μονοκόμμα φάιλ τι σχέση έχει με το νομίζω. Νομίζω είναι το τέτοιο, αυτό το...
I met with Riona the previous
Το
night.
grid.
Που λέει δεν μπορεί να αποδείξει ότι οι δύο αυτοί συναντήθηκαν, άρα δεν μπορώ να πω ότι το μπλε μπορεί να συναντήθηκαν ότι ναι.
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Ναι, αυτό δεν μπορώ να το αποδείξω, γιατί λέει δεν μπορώ να το αποδείξω.
Surely they would have come forward already.
Έκαμε μόνο κόμμα ρε, και τι γίνει.
If no one can meeting took place,
Οκ. Ένα έμεινε. Δεν πήγε άλλο.
Oh no!
Τι άλλο.
I met with
Ο
Riona
Γκόντα.
the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Αυτό δεν βολάει. Προλαβαίνω τα
Maki only see
λεφτά.
Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Θα λύσω το μετά αυτά.
Surely they would have come forward already.
Το δεν κοιτάμε.
if no one can prove took place,
Ωραία, ωραία. Σίγουρα το έχεις αυτό. Ωραία, άρα είναι το πλάνο και κάτι άλλο.
Στον μπλε να δοκιμάσουμε τίποτα.
Λοιπόν, did anyone see them together?
Και έχουμε στον κόντα τα τέτοια, το meet and greet, έχουμε στον κόντα με τα insects.
I met with Riona the previous night.
Το οποίο στο έχεις πριν, το έχω
What a
δοκιμάσει
load
το
of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with
Το πηγαίναμε
anyone
τέλεια
else.
στο γαμπί.
Did
Τα
anyone
κάνουμε
see
λάθος.
those two together?
Πού είναι αυτό είναι?
Oh no!
Τι είναι ρε μαλάκα. Έχει μείνει το μονοκούμα και αυτό το τι είναι μόνη της. Μήπως είναι το τι είναι μόνη της, να χρησιμοποιήσουμε ότι ήταν μόνη στο δωμάτιο στο αν
μπλε.
στους δύο.
What a
Ναι.
load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Τι μάκι άλλο, δεν κολλάει. Δεν μου αρέσει νέο. Δεν έχω σύνδεση του κέντρου, νόμου ήταν αλόγου.
Τι το μονοκούμα πάλι είναι.
Damn it!
I
Οκ.
met
What a
with
goof.
Riona the previous night.
Δεν μπορώ. Είναι κάτι που θα πρέπει να σκεφτεί άλλο σχετικά με. Πρέπει να μπουν ψέματα και τόση ώρα.
Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Είναι ρε. Ο Γκόντα. Άκυρο. Του πειράχας. Δεν έμεινε άλλο.
Επειδή ο Γκόντα θα πήγε να δει τα πειράχα, θα πρέπει να τους είδε τους δύο μαζί.
Δεν κολλάει, αυτό ήταν άλλη μέρα.
With Riona the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Μάγκα. Δεν γίνεται ρε μαλάκα, δεν γίνεται να μην κάνει ένα.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see
Τους
those
είδε
two
κανείς
together?
μόνο. Δεν είναι τίποτα. Τι έμεινε.
Περίμενε εδώ. Το βρήκα.
Είναι το κόντρα των άλλων στο νεκρό.
I met
With
with Rihanna the previous night.
Λοιπόν, αν δεν κάνω λάθος. Μπορώ να πω ψέματα.
I didn't meet with anyone else.
Δεν ήρθε τώρα.
Ότι η Μάκη δεν ήταν μόνη.
Surely they would have come forward.
Ψέματα.
Into place. I'll reveal the truth.
Ό,τι να είναι, μάλλον. Το έχεις χάσει τελείως, δηλαδή μου το εξήγησε καν το tutorial.
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone. Oh, please explain. Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other. But now that I think about it, it must have been...
Μάκης λέμε ρε, εγώ γιατί δεν θυμάμαι αυτά.
Λέει ψέματα.
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so
Δεν
long?
ψέματα.
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now. We don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked. We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why this scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Άρα δεν λέει ψέματα.
Yeah, you're right.
Δεν κατάλαβα. Εγώ νόμιζα ότι όταν πατούσε το δεξί και μοντιμένο έλεγα ψέματα. Αλλά απλά παίρνει το statement ανάποδα.
Belief shall set you free.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
Λέει το ψέματα, τι ωραία.
Να λέει ψέματα
Right,
για να
that
βγουν
proves
αλήθεια.
it then.
Μπορεί.
Ryoma was... In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Γιατί πιστεύω ότι...
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
Μπορεί να το κάνει η Ατούα.
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
Dick cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It
I'll
may
do
be
a
possible they
business
slipped by without you noticing.
No No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorcerer.
Καλά, γιατί δεν πιστεύω ότι δεν το κάνουν αυτοί που
What
ήταν
a terrible title for a god.
η Μαΐσα ή η άλλη. Όπου ήταν το αυτή το πρωί, δεν θα έλεγα. Εγώ θα έλεγα ξέρω στις δύο. Μία από τις δύο.
Are you positive that you did not see it?
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone. Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments. Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial graph! Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Οκ. Δεν ξέρω αν το θυμάσαι αυτό. Λέγουν τις λέξεις, βλέπεις τη λέξη, βλέπεις να έχεις τη λέξη και τη συνδέεις και γίνεται μια πρόταση. Δείχνει ωραία μουσικούλα. Είναι μάλιστα να είναι και μικρή. Άντε ρε πάμε!
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Τι κάνουμε announcement από τις...
In front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit? Himiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito, rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far.
I got this! You might be able to reach the tank
We'll
from
come
the
to that.
window above the stage.
But pool next to gym, all
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself.
But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
That's not announcement.
Did the culprit move the body just before...
Άρα.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Έχω πάρα πολύ
Is it
ζωή.
not possible you simply missed the Himiko?
We were right in front of the door. There's no way
Μα
we
κάνουμε
could
μαλακή τη
have
Γιάννησα.
missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter...
Kaito, rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too
I got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
but pool next to gym.
The pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself.
But should we trust
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have
Τώρα
Shuichi's
πρέπει να τα κουμπιά και να
testimony
κάνουμε
too.
πίστες. Κάπου ξέχομαι, εμείς ξέχασα. Εμείς τι έγινε
During
το
night
πρωί.
time. During night time.
Ah,
Βράδυ.
Learned that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I
Τι
am
γίνεται να πάει το
positive
πτώμα
that
στο
the window was
Μόνο.
culprit moved the
Το
body.
ζόμπι. Είναι ζόμπι.
Με το σκηνή το τράβηξε, ρε.
That window's
Pardon.
higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
Ναι, με το σκηνή.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window, the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it. I know. They used the ladder in the gym. You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off.
No, anders niet aan het was, dat is pas gewoon. Misschien. Dat is niet meer snel. Ga maar lezen.
Δεν μπορώ.
I was wrong.
Δεν είναι το τελευταίο. Έτσι. Γιατί αφού μας τα είπε δεν κουνιέται. Ότι, πώς λέγεται, ότι φτάνει το window.
That's it.
Αχ, πήρε κάτι απ'
The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it.
Γάμις. Δεν μπορώ να κάνω λάθη μετά, ρε.
The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage.
Άμα τον έξω, δεν θυμάσαι, λέγαμε τον έξω από το ένα παράθυρο στην άλλο.
If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy.
Then Gonta used his tard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with the truth.
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right. You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty.
Φτιάξτε τη φάτσα σου.
Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi.
I know. I have to do...
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Στο δωμάτιό του.
Ωραία, θα έχουμε κλείσει.
Άρα ποιος ήταν στο...
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet?
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Έλα ρε Λουκιά.
Ποιος όμως μπορεί στο δωμάτιό του να το σκότει στον κοντό, δηλαδή.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
Θυμάσαι που είχαμε βρει κάτι άλλο στο δωμάτιο.
The last time I heard such when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Himikawa under the bridge?
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Κάσε μάκι. Όχι! Θα τάψω μια καρδιά τώρα. Λοιπόν. Black pieces of crap.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
Μόνο αυτό θα είναι.
But the cause of death was drowning.
Πού πας?
There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowning toilets? Impossible.
We should consider places where water is stored. The only place that fits is...
Αγκρίθω να κάνω ρε μαλάκα. Γίνεται.
Oh no!
Okay.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room.
The only thing is in the pool είπε. Αλλά έχει νόημα που δεν μπορείς να πεις το βράδυ. Να το λεπτό. Τι θα χάσω. Επίσης λέει do not die. Ωραία, αυτό μάλλον θα κάνω. Οπότε αποκλείται να μπαίνει στο pool επειδή ήταν βράδυ. Πότε που πέθανε, πότε πέθανε.
Ο κοντός.
During night time είπαμε.
Ναι.
Πέθανε during night time. Κλειστό είναι το pool. Ζωντανός δεν μπορεί να μπει εκεί μέσα. Αυτό είναι. Pool rules, αυτό θα βάλω. Άμα χάσουμε...
The cause of death was drowning.
There
is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
Ναι.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowning toilets?
Μπορείς να δούμε τι τύχη να βρει κανένας με τα μάλιστα.
We should consider places where water is stored. The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
No, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy Sal.
Ah, Sal!
Τι το έκανα ο γκρι με το Σάου. Ωραία, αυτό μάλλον είναι. Ναι, εντάξει, οκ, αυτό είναι εκεί.
First, let's establish
Θα κλείσεις το μάτι μου, μπας και φύγει μια καρδιά.
Δεν θα φύγει ο Αλής, θα
The
μείνει.
cause of death was drowning.
Φύγει λίγο.
There is nothing in his room that could collect enough
Αυτό
water.
είναι εύκολο αυτό, εντάξει.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowning toilets? Impossible.
We should consider places where water is stored. The only place that fits...
Εντάξει.
That's wrong!
Με κοιτάει εύκολα τρόπο που όμως θέλει.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person...
Ωραία, άρα τον έφτιαξε στο δωμάτιο του και στο sink.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if I think I might cry...
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can... In the morning after.
Only after you leave do I realize how...
Αλλά όμως...
Being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets.
Ότι μπορεί να πέταξε το πτώμα από το παράθυρο του κοντού, αν θυμάσαι, πήγαινε στην τέτοια, στην πισίνα. Οπότε μπορεί να ρίξει τον κοντό με τις χειροπέδες μέσα στην πισίνα και να πήγαινε και στην πισίνα κοντό. Και μετά να πήρε το σκηνή από το gym, το πέταξε να έδωσε...
The sink.
Έχουμε τα τέτοια, έχουμε τα... αυτά τα σίδερα που τον πνίγουνε. Να,
αυτά,
ναι, ναι, ναι.
This is it!
Παίρνουμε καρδούλες πίσω, έχω μείνει από σκρία τώρα, μπορώ να κάνω λάθος.
In Ryoma's lab.
Scratch marks on the sink.
Τον έπνιξε.
I believe those scratches were caused by
Χειροπέδες. Χειροπέδες. Θέλω καρδούλες.
The handcuffs. They... Oh yeah, sort of look like they've been scraped against something. There's also the fact that the
Πώς μένει
handcuffs...
αντιστάθηκε, ρε.
The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So, the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to Lulomi.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
But how did the culprits carry his body to the gym from there?
Τον
Is
πέταξε.
Ryoma's lab on the third floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all.
Ξέρω πως τον πρέπει να του έχει πάρει σκηνή, να τον έδεσε από τον έπνιξε εκεί στο sink. Μαζεύει τη σκηνή, πάει στο gym και εκεί το τραβάει από το δωμάτιό του.
Μπορεί,
το gym.
δεν είναι άσχημη αυτή. Έφτασε το σκηνή, έχει ένα σκηνή σαν... πώς είναι αυτά τα που απλώνεις τα ρούχα.
Ναι!
Αχ, τα σκέφτηκα όλα!
Είναι εδώ το παράθυρο του κοντού. Εκεί είναι το παράθυρο του gym. Αφού έχει πνίξει το κοντό, ρίχνει το σκηνή. Μπαίνει μέσα στο gym το σκηνή, αφού το ρίχνει έτσι. Τρέχει, πάει στο gym και αρχίζει και τραβάει. Και ο κοντός, το πτώμα του κοντού τραβιέται από το σπίτι, από το δωμάτιό του στο gym. Αλλά δεν θα είχε πέσει κάτω στο pool, γιατί είναι και το pool ενδιάμεσα.
Ναι, και άφησε ένα black fabric. Άφησε ένα black fabric.
Έτσι όπως τον έφερε με τη σκηνή. Σκίστηκε. Το βρήκαμε.
Υπάρχει ένα θέμα όμως. Πώς μπήκε στο γυμναστήριο το βράδυ?
Μα δεν μπήκε, αυτό σου λέω.
Αφού πριν τώρα μπήκε στο γυμναστήριο.
Δεν μπήκε το βράδυ, μπήκε το πρωί, πριν ξεκινήσει η παράσταση, πριν οργανώσει την παράσταση.
Ναι, λίγο τόση ώρα λέγαμε του βρίζαμε ότι ο culprit έβαλε το πτώμα στο τέτοιο το βράδυ.
Μπορεί να... Πάντως αυτό είναι πολύ λογικό.
Ναι, αυτό
και όλα βγάζουν νόημα. Και επειδή τον τραβούσαμε το σκηνή να σκίστηκε το fabric, βγάζει πολύ νόημα αυτό. Μαλάκα, πες το λύσαμε.
Προσπαθώ να καταλάβω πώς μπήκε στο γυμναστήριο μετά όμως, δεν κάνω.
Γιατί δεν μπορεί, στη γυμναστήριο κλειστό είπε, το night time.
Μαζί με το pool, ναι. What's the problem between the gym and the couple of years? Πού παράθυρα, αυτό δεν λέγα, έτσι.
Ναι.
Δεν υπάρχει μαμάρα εκεί πέρα.
There!
Οκ, εντάξει, τρόμος τώρα, φάνηκε πολύ εύκολο.
Γιατί τι είναι το παράθυρο?
Το shortcut.
The window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window?
No.
Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier.
Υπάρχει θέμα.
Γιατί εμείς είπαμε ότι το midnight το gym είναι κλειστό, άρα...
Όχι μόνο, αυτή λέει ότι αυτό που λέγαμε στην αρχή που πέταξε το πτώμα. Και το φτάσει μέχρι το τέτοιο, το investory, αλλά αυτό δεν μπορεί να γίνει. Γιατί στο tank ήταν χωμένος στα μισά. Πήρε ώρα να το βάλει μέσα. Δεν τον πέταξε και πέτυχε καλά 3 points.
The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Με το σκηνήρο μάλλον, με το σκηνή.
Μου λένε εδώ. I had to figure out how to get them in the front office. What? Oh. Eh? When you deduce how things are connected, κοιτάξει.
Κάτσε, δεν το έχω πάρει. Κάτσε, πρέπει να αρχίσει να ξέρεις.
Οκ, το διαβάζω και απλά. When you have to deduce how things are connected, taxi will start up. What the fuck? To gather the letter cubes. Hold, let's click.
Είπαμε το gym είναι κλειστό το τέτοιο το βράδυ,
Ναι.
Και το πρωί ανοίγει. Το πρωί αυτοί που διοργάνωσαν αυτό ήταν αυτή με τον Ατουά, η μάγισσα.
Ναι. Okay, μαζεύω κύβους που είναι τα γράμματα για την ερώτηση. Όταν μαζευτούν όλα τα γράμματα και εμφανιστεί όλη η ερώτηση, μετά μου βγάζει δύο απαντήσεις και διαλέγω ποιο δρόμο είναι η σωστή απάντηση. Τι είναι αυτά! Δεν έχω ζωή!
Μάρε κάρτα. Αντικείμενο.
Πάμε και νότα και όλη την ώρα. Μπο. Κατάλαβες την ερώτηση και νότα.
Δεν κατάλαβα. Δεν πήρα την ερώτηση.
The boo was drew from where? The body was brought from where?
The boy.
Μπορώ να θέσω παρακαλώ πολύ. Τι γίνεται ρε μαλάκες, δεν έχω ζωή. Lab window,
Ναι.
Good. Δώσ' μου ζωή. Δώσ' μου ζωή. Τι είναι μάγκα, σε λέω Νίκος, το παίζουμε. Next one. Εγώ μην έχει κανένα αυτοκίνητο, λέει, μπορεί να έχει αυτοκίνητα. Και από το τρακάρω πέθανα. Έχω 7 λεπτά, ναι. Τώρα μου είναι πάρα πολύ σώμαστο. Δώσ' μου λεπτά, ναι. English, the body was brought to the gym from where?
Από το window του τέτοιου.
Του gym. The body was brought to the gym. Στο gym πως μπήκε, από το παράθυρο του gym.
Ναι, ναι.
Παράθυρο, οκ. Πήραμε την κόμενα, πάμε δεύτερη κόμενα. Gym window,
Ναι.
Γκάζι! Την πατάμε. Μου φυλάει.
Ωραία.
Δεν μου δίνει ζωή όμως. Άρα, τελευταίο παίζει. Φόκους τι γίνεται. Πάει το και γίνεται.
Φύλαξε. Πρόσεχε κανένα μάχη.
Ναι, και εγώ. Αμάξια να ρίχνει δεξιά φούλα. Δεν είναι αμάξια. Δεν ψεμαστρέφουνε. Τι να μου σκύλω αυτή. Χα. Τι λέει ρε μάνα. Χαου. Πώς μετακινήθηκε.
Who's the wrong?
Τι έχω αυτό. How was it moved? Μονοκούμα. Έχω την ποτέ στο μονοκούμα. Θα εγώ δημόσιο να κάτσω μόνο και δεν τίμουνε. Να δούμε τις απαντήσεις και θα δούμε. Window to window,
Ναι.
Ναι, αυτό δεν μπορείτε να το πούν. Αχα. Κονιέ! Τι μπαλάκι είναι.
I've got it. Ryoma's body was moved directly from his
Όσο
lab to the
μιλάμε.
gym.
Ναι, το πώς είναι αυτό. Έλα ρε και.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
Το σκόλος.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball.
Σχετικά αυτό που λέγαμε στην αρχή.
No, I don't believe he was thrown.
Σκηνή.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to...
Ναι,
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment. Yes.
Equipment?
έδωσε το σκηνή του πόδι.
With this equipment, they can connect the two
Σκηνή λέει.
windows and move the body
Στη
to
γλώσσα
the
την
gym.
ελληνική είναι σκηνή.
Σκηνή.
Αν περίπου μας found near the body. Ναι, το σκηνή. Ναι ρε μάνα, αυτό το σκηνή.
Αφού ήταν δίπλα από τις σκάλες. Να το. Ορίστε, κοίτα.
Αυτός.
There!
Δώσ' μου καρδιά, ωραία.
The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
There was a mysterious mystery about that rope. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage.
The last night, the wing of the stage.
But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Actor knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
Ναι.
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows, according to the sign of the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
Τι δεν την ουγιού εκεί δεξιά
That is long enough.
γιατί δεν μιλάει καθόλου, δεν κάνει τίποτα.
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one
Όχι,
though.
είχε κι άλλο.
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
Πού ήτανε?
Το άλλο ρόμπ.
Στην πισίνα το λάστιχο λέμε εκείνο το πράγμα.
Όχι. Νομίζω ίσως όχι στο δωμάτιο του κοντού. Και το δωμάτιο του... Στην πισίνα αποκλείεται να... Να το. Ναι, του κοντού.
This is it.
Του κοντού, ναι. Αυτό που λέγαμε ότι μπορεί να τον έφτιαξε με αυτό.
The cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
Oh.
How long is it?
Long as my dick.
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Πώς θα έκανε tie together?
Και πώς φέρνει το νεκρό έτσι, πώς τον πέρασε. Θέλω να τσουλήσει πάνω στο σκηνή.
Τσουλίτερα.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is
Okay,
one,
no, μίλα.
but in my case it's 100.
Ναι, μίλα.
I get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan.
Ναι, το ξέχασα τις χειροπέδες.
The body would reach the
Δεν
gym
είναι έξυπνο
window,
πώς το νομίζω.
but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Του γάμου. Σ' αρέσει?
Και με έκανε έτσι το Ζαν. Δεν θα κουτουλούσε κάπου, δηλαδή δεν θα βγει και θα σκοτωνόταν στο gym, δηλαδή θα βγει έτσι και τι θα πέφτει τα παιδιά στο τάγκ. Θα πέφτει τα παιδιά στο τάγκ. Δεν θα πέφτει κάτω.
Έπεσε στο γυαλί, πέφτει το γυαλί στο τάγκ και τσάκ κάνει τη γωνία.
Ναι, μπορεί. Αλλά τόσο περσί, τόσο...
Αφού το έχει κάνει το σκηνή, το έχει συνδυάσει το σκηνή, να χτυπήσει το γυαλί και να πέσει κάτω.
Ναι.
Βασικά εντάξει, τι χαίρεσαι από πίσω.
They also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Και κάτσε μάρα, δεν γίνεται, ξέρεις γιατί. Γιατί το ένα παράθυρο είναι πιο ψηλό από το άλλο. Οπότε άμα έκανε έτσι ο κοντός, θα χτυπούσε το τοίχο, δεν θα μπαινε μέσα στο άλλο παράθυρο.
They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands.
Ναι, χρησιμοποιούσε
But
τη
is there
σκάλα.
really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hints?
Ξέρεις τι
What
θα έκανε
hints?
μάλλον.
Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Μπορεί να βολεύει τον κοντό να τσούλησε στο σκηνή και μετά ο κοντός έτσι όπως τσουλάει σταματάει κάπου. Γιατί είναι ο τείχος. Οπότε μπαίνει ο culprit στο gym, βάζει τη σκάλα, ανεβαίνει και τον σηκώνει από το παράθυρο, τον σηκώνει από εκεί και τον βάζει μέσα. Αλλά δεν θέλει πολύ δύναμη γιατί είναι.
Όχι, εντάξει, αυτό δεν γίνεται, αλλά δεν καταλαβαίνω πώς μπήκαν στο gym εξ αρχής το βράδυ.
Μήπως το έκανε το πρωί.
Το πρωί μόνο δύο ήταν
Μήπως το έκανε καμία τούα.
Δεν βλέπω κανείς να βρει την ατούα για κάποιο λόγο. How did they get near it?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
Μήπως εσύ αναρωτιέσαι πώς μπήκε στο gym.
It all starts with
Να
you.
που ξέρεις πώς μπήκε στο gym. Είχε θέσει το rope. Ρίχνει τον κοντό και μετά πάει ο culprit κάνοντας έτσι το σκηνή και μπαίνει από το παράθυρο gym στο gym.
Άρα θα χτυπήσει συναγερμός θα πάλι. Δεν ξέρω καταρχήν πότε χτυπάει συναγερμός.
Ναι, μήπως συναγερμός χτυπάει όχι όταν είσαι στον αέρα, όταν πατάς κάτω.
Τότε γιατί δεν πήγε στο pool.
Μήπως ο συναγερμός χτυπάει όταν πατάς κάτω και όταν δεν είσαι στον αέρα.
You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you. So I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Something was used with a rope to move the body between the windows.
Ναι. Τι χειροπέδες.
Ναι, τι δεν είπαμε, τι χειροπέδες. Κάτσε. What did they call it? Fashion to move the body between...
Από το πρώτο γράμμα ψάχνω.
Ναι. Ποιο είναι το πρώτο γράμμα?
Πώς είναι οι χειροπέδες στα αγγλικά?
Handcuffs, δεν έχει AIDS. Άλλο είναι, άλλο ψάχνει. Οκ, δεν το πει. Ρου. 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 Ρο. Rope. Rope. Ρε.
Κάτσε μάκα. What did they call the fashion to move για να τονίσει το πτώμα? Τι χρησιμοποίησε?
To move the body between the... Εκεί μη. W, είχε W. Θα βάλω το όμικρο το έψιλον. Δεν το δύο θα είναι, δεν είναι φωνή. Ρο, ωραία. Ρο.
Τα γράμματα.
Να βάλω το πι. Ρο. Ρο. Δεν ξέρω λέξεις από ρο πάνω. Ρο. Rope way. Rope way. Δεν ξέρω τη λέξη, αλλά μάλλον αυτό θα είναι. Rope way.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
Πρώτη φορά ακούω τη λέξη.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got brain damage or something? You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
Κύριε και κύριοι, ανοίγουμε το Google Chrome. Το Google Translate. Για να μάθω τι είναι το Ropeway. Σινηματόσυνο.
Στο σκηνή. Άρα ένωσα τα δύο παράθυρα με σηματόσκηνο.
Ναι, μετακίνησε το τόνο. Δεν κατάλαβα. Peace, image, time.
Ναι, ξέρεις τι. Γιατί νομίζω επειδή ο κοντός άμα πήγαινε έτσι με το σκηνή μπορεί από την τριβή να κοβόταν. Οπότε χρησιμοποίησε για να ενώσει τα δύο παράθυρα μας σηματόσκηνο, έτσι ώστε να μπορέσει να τσουλήσει με τις χειροπέδες. Αλλά...
Οκ. Πάμε, δεν ξέρω. Με πάνω αυτό. Τώρα πάνω. Ποια είναι η ερώτηση? What did the court use to ride across... Να βάλω το λάστιχο. Μοιάζει σαν...
Το λάστιχο.
Το βάζω. Ναι, η ξαπλώστηση καλά που πίσω.
Πόσο όμως. Το λάστιχο το βάζω.
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
Ρε εσύ, είμαστε χαζοί. Έβαλε το κοντό μέσα στο λάστιχο και κρέμασε το λάστιχο από το σκοινί και τσούλησε κοντό. Τον έχω σε μέσα.
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
Ναι. Αυτό.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides.
Και απλά χώνει τον κοντό μες στο λάστιχο και τσούλησε κοντός με το λάστιχο εκεί.
The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
Και έτσι μπήκε και ο Κόλπριτ. Όχι, έτσι μπήκε ο Κόλπριτ, έτσι έστειλε τον νεκρό εκεί.
The window is higher up. Gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have
Τώρα μένει μόνο πως
supported
μπήκε στο gym, κατάλαβες. Το νεκρό έτσι τον έβαλε.
The inner tube is made of steel rubber and supported two people.
Ναι, αλλά ο συνειδημός αυτή που ουσιάζει.
The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the
Εκτός
gym.
να είναι αυτό που σου πω, ότι δεν β' αρέσει να γεμώσω μέσα στον αέρα.
Ναι, παίζει να μην χτυπάς.
Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the
Μα πώς
culprit
το σήκωσε
placed
τον
their
πόντι
foot on
η
the
γυναίκα,
window
τι είναι
sill.
το γυναίκα. Το σήκωσε τον το μέσα.
It was stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
When you put it like that,
Πώς γύρισε πίσω όμως.
certainly sounds
Άντε πήγε πέρα, μετά πρέπει να ανέβει πάνω, δεν γίνεται να το πάρει αντίθετα.
Το τέτοιο. Το ποιο να ανέβει πάνω.
Πήγε, έπεσε με τη ρόδα μαζί με το κοντό.
Ναι.
Βάζει το κοντό σου τώρα. Πού πάει μετά.
Μετά...
Στο γυμναστήριο δοκιμιστή, τι έκανε.
Ξέρεις μετά τι μπορεί να γίνει.
Το κολύμπησε.
Όχι, ή το γυμναστήριο θα ανοίγει για όνεις από μέσα, μπορεί να ανοίξει να κλειδώσει. Δηλαδή να έχει κανένα κλειδί εκεί.
Τότε συναγμός θα χτυπήσει.
Ή μπορεί να κοιμήθηκε στο λάστιχο και το επόμενο πρωί να ήταν η άτομα και να λέει εγώ μάλιστα σε περίμενα εδώ εξ αρχής, ξύπνησα λίγο πιο πρωί και σε
Place their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Σticking
Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Ποιος ερώτησε ρε.
Ποιος ερώτησε ρε, πες μας.
Δεν μπορείς
Oh shit!
Δεν μπορείς να πεις, δεν μπορείς.
Μίλα ρε.
Put your foot in your mouth.
his foot. Monoskate.
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke. If you do...
Then your little slip up is actually the truth.
Pops?
Μιλά το ρομπότ.
Θα σκοτώσει μάκα του κοϊταντζά.
No more blaming each other. I want us all to get out.
Θα μας πεις ποιος είναι.
Monosuke, you better think.
But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So Culprit really used rope weight?
Yeah, they used the
Ropeway murder! But if the mechanism was that complicated...
Not necessarily.
Αυτό, μετά πώς πήγε πίσω, ναι.
All one must
Α, ναι, το αφήνει και κάνει ανεβαίνει.
after using the ropeway.
Θα το σαν κυριολεκτικά.
Κάτσε με, δεν κατάλαβα. Πάει με τον κοντό, τον αφήνει στο gym.
Είναι εδώ, και τον αφήνει. Αφήνει το σκηνή.
Ναι. Ναι, και μετά τι, πώς γυρνάει.
Κρεμιέται. Κρεμιέται.
Δεν χτυπάς ένα γερμός.
Αυτό δεν έχει πάει κάτω, κρεμιέται στο σκηνή.
Ναι.
Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
Ναι, σωστό, ναι, δεν το σκέφτηκα. Σωστά.
Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final.
Όχι, όχι, μαλακίες λέει, αλλά αυτός λέει ότι είναι ακόμα εδώ.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's what...
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
Δεν μπορούσε να το πάρει, εντάξει. Είπαμε. It was night time.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they...
I see! They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Τους μαλακίες ακόμα δεν ξεχωρίσουν όλοι.
Yeah, it would take too long. Huh! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it?
Ποιος μπορεί να ήταν μαζί του σε εκείνο το δωμάτιο.
Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
We just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Ξέρουμε πώς έγινε, δεν ξέρω πώς.
Όχι, δεν ξέρω.
Η Άτουα, η Μάισα, πού τα ξέρουμε. Άτουα, η Μάισα, μόνο αυτές μπορεί να ήταν πρωί-πρωί στο gym και να...
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
Γίνε. Δεν ξέρω.
Γιατί?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're
Πού
my
το
sidekick.
βάζεις ότι είναι ο Γιούγκι?
Γιατί μιλάει στα δικαέντε. Λέει, πες το.
I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
Ξέρω εγώ τι σκέφτομαι. Ότι ο Γιούκι είναι ο πιο χαζός, ωραία, όλοι τον έχουν για τον πιο χαζό. Μήπως όμως ο χαζός έκανε αυτό το μάθημα του τελικά.
Μπορεί να πιστεύω ότι είναι πιο χαζός, αλλά είναι και αστροναύτης.
Ξέρει για τη βαρύτητα, είναι και αστροναύτης. Αυτό που είπες είναι τέτοιο. Θυμάσαι που είπε ότι η βαρύτητα θα το έριχνε έτσι τη ρόδα. Άρα επειδή είναι αστροναύτης μήπως.
This is honest that would have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Περίμενε ρε μαλάκες. Όχι! Τι βάλω ρε μαλάκα.
Γιατί. Γιατί. Άρα γιατί.
Τι θα το πούστε. Έχω κάτι να γράψω.
Someone mentioning they went to the gym. Ωραία, δεν είναι ο Γιούγκη, δεν είναι ο Γιούγκη. Ωραία, ας το πάρουμε αυτό.
Μα δεν μπορώ να δω τα στοιχεία.
I remember someone mentioning they went to the gym. Πότε το είπα αυτό ότι πήγαινε στο gym.
5 λεπτά η καθαρίστηκα, 5 λεπτά για 5 λεπτά.
I was wrong.
Θα βάλουμε καθαρίστρια, θα βάλουμε καθαρίστρια. Οκ, τη βάζω. 5 λεπτά έχει πει.
It has to be you. There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Me?
What?
Kirumi?
Κάθε φορά ότι όποιον αγαπάμε.
So Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let it...
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Δεν έχω πολλές καρδιές! Τι θα κάνω παρακεία τώρα! Μόνο κούμα. Αλλά πάει στο ίδιο, οκ, χίλ.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Λοιπόν, για να το διαβάσουμε αυτό τώρα. Switch keep a kick to move and take over force together with the after the fire limit. Can you find the party join the well? The kids was in the opening ground and he was with Kirumi from 9 PM to 10 PM. Kirumi was in the gym until a little before 9 PM with him and Kirumi was in the gym until a little before. Λίγο πριν τις 9 ήταν με την Χίμη και την Άντζε. Από την 9 και 10 ήταν λίγο κίτσε. Και ήταν μόνη της σε τέτοια για 5 λεπτά.
And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
Οκ, ότι κανείς μας είπε, κανείς μας δεν είχε alibi για αυτή τη βράδυ. Ψέματα λέει. Εδώ νομίζω λέει ότι είχε ένα alibi για το midnight, έτσι. Έχουμε και το...
Ναι. Η τέτοια, η Μάκη που αντάλλαξε με τον κοντό. Η Μάκη.
Ναι.
Not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Δοκιμάσω μία αυτό.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Δεν πειράζει, καλύτερα. Ωραία, ωραία. Μισό έβγαλε, μισό.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Ναι, γιατί ήμασταν για το meet and greet εκεί στο
An
τέτοιο με τα
alibi for
έντομα.
nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such
Το
nonsense?
άλλο πάει στο yesterday εκεί.
The trick
Αυτό
relied
που
on
θα
complex
λέγει όλα
mechanisms to work.
μέσα σε εκεί.
With someone like
Θα έλεγα το instant meet and greet να το βάλουμε τέτοιο, δεν έχει... το φέρνουμε στο αυτήν που λέει ότι δεν είμαστε το midnight όλοι.
Ναι, αυτό είναι τις 11. Midnight δεν έχει άλλο μέχρι σε τέλει.
Το yesterday τέτοιο τι είναι? Το yesterday τέτοιο που έχουμε τι είναι, yesterday alibi.
Το yesterday alibi. Λέει και αυτό μέχρι τις 11. Το συμβαστήριο.
Αυτή τι λέει ουσιαστικά ότι κανείς δεν έχει πρόβλημα για το midnight,
ότι δεν έχει πει κανείς άλλος τι έκανε το βράδυ, λέει. Το 12 η ώρα. Midnight. Sonra και τα όνομα λέει αλήθεια. Αυτή έχει. Συστήνει και το όνομα Midnight.
Αυτό δεν το δέχτηκε.
Δεν το έριξε, το μάκι άλλο δεν το έριξε καλά.
Α, δεν το έριξε.
Όχι, έριξε το Alibis, yesterday Alibis. Μάκι μας θέλει κάνει.
Αυτό και εγώ σκέφτηκα.
Το ρίξω από μία.
you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta. I, of course, am
Σίγουρα
not
δεν
the
το
culprit.
έριξε στο...
Ναι,
The crime was committed at
δεν
nighttime.
το έριξα. Αλλά
You
δεν
have
νομίζω.
no alibi, do you?
Κάτσε, περίμενε να δούμε
An
γιατί...
alibi for nighttime?
Δεν το
Εγώ ποτέ χάσα πάντα.
I believe
Το ρίξω. Ότι ούτε αυτό είναι τέλεια. Πάει και αυτό.
Oh no!
Ωραία, τώρα δεν έχει άλλο βάση. Έχει ένα το πολύ.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
Ωραία, κάτι λέει... Περίμενε μετά.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Περάσει αυτό.
I have evidence that proves you're the
Μαλακιά.
culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. With someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a
Θα
nice
μπορούσε να γίνει
body.
από οποιονδήποτε. Ισχύει αυτό
She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
Επίσης, ξέρεις τι λέει. Λέει, εδώ. There's a whole story, in her story somewhere. Άρα θα είναι ένα από το Πορτογαλί. It could be done by anyone, έχει πει, και το αυτό που έκανα λάθος 200 φορές. Και δεν έκανα λάθος. It could be done by anyone. Γιατί δεν θα μπορούσε να γίνει από οποιονδήποτε.
Το ρομπότ πώς να γίνει? Είναι δυνατόν το tube να βαστίξει το μέταλλο?
Ναι, αλλά δεν έχουμε στοιχείο αποδεικτικό για μέταλλο.
Ποια είναι τα στοιχεία που έχουμε?
I, of course, am
Άρα
not
με
the
το
culprit.
Το μονοκόμμα file, 2.
Οκ, δεν λέει κάτι. Κάτι. Να ρίξω μία
The
το...
crime was committed at nighttime.
Αυτό, όχι.
And you have no
Αυτό, αλλά στο δεύτερο που του καλεί.
An alibi for nighttime?
Όχι εδώ, στο επόμενο.
I believe most of us do not have one.
Θα γίνει, αλλά...
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex
Μάλλον αυτό θα είναι.
mechanisms.
Άλλοι πας yesterday με το...
Someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done.
That's wrong!
Κολόφερες και έξω. Άλλοι πας yesterday, αλλά στη δεύτερη θα το θέλει. Και τι έλεγε τότε πας yesterday.
No.
Αυτό δούμε τώρα.
The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym windows and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
5 λεπτά, 5 λεπτά που ήταν.
Going in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion. While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination, an empty theory created from nihilism.
Παναγία μου.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided narrative when you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty. Your entire case falls apart.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess, and then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception. I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I'll cut through your words.
Εκεί το σημάδι στο παράθυρο.
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body.
Oh? What's wrong,
Λοιπόν, δεν
Kirumi?
γίνονται.
What's
Αν
wrong?
δεν αυτή.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Αν δεν αυτή. Τι δώσαμε τώρα. Kirumi!
Answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone! I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Αν το κάνεις για όλους μας, ψόφαρε αν είσαι culprit.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about? I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, felt like you weren't talking about us.
Δεν σου εννοήσει κάποια τα βίντεο, τα motive videos.
It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about.
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to.
Kirumi.
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone
Ξέρω
else.
γιατί το
Are we sure
κάνει.
Kokichi
Το κάνει για να
isn't the
αλλάξει τον
culprit?
νόμο.
How? Gonta just can't believe.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit.
Θα τελειώσει ποτέ
You
αυτό.
suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit.
Ναι.
I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
Πάμε.
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi
Μα αυτό
is
δεν έχει
the
μείνει.
culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone!
Το Fabric. Νομίζω να είναι το Fabric, μα να κάνουμε το Fabric. Τι κάνουμε,
Το Fabric είναι.
Πάρτα!
This is it.
Το Fabric. Να γιατί παίζει ρόλο.
Piece of black fabric in the pool. That's
Γιατί
the
ήταν από
final
σένα.
that proves you're-
Από το φόρεμά σου. Γκου,
It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was
Keep
just
going.
trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, it's an important piece of the puzzle because, like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Άντε πάρε το επόμενο, μαλάκα, ήταν nighttime.
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the chip, but how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed.
Να, μπράβο. Και έτσι από την τριβή, επειδή το κρατούσε έτσι, έφυγε από το γάντι στο φάνη.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such... What? Truth. That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
How that flag? Okay.
Πούκαλε. Πούκαλε.
Ω Παναγία μου.
You are incorrect.
Ah, okay.
What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. What does that piece of trash prove?
It ends here.
Α, ναι. Γλώσσι ήθελα να πω, μάλλον δεν ήταν δύο επιλογές. Δείξε μας τα γάντια σου, ρε.
The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and
It fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi. Right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
I will show you the truth.
Πρέπει να κάνω το puzzle τώρα. Ναι.
The evidence made of metal pre-offers didn't need. Τα τέτοια, τις χειροπέδες είναι metal.
Μάλλον είναι ηλεκτρωμένες χειροπέδες. What was used as a partition? The thin and long end economy took from the gym. Sorry. Ah, σωστά. Έτσι. Ωραία. Ωραία. What was used to transfer the body? Και είναι αυτό. Ωραία. Ωραία, πάει αυτό.
Ναι, οι χειροπέδες. Το window.
What was used as με πατήσαμε πράγματα. Το...
Lid.
Ωραία. Δύο,
Τα χειροπέδες.
Τα, Άντε.
Ωραία.
This is the truth of the case. The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape.
Okay.
When we saw the piranhas in the tank, of course, it was all... But when Angie opened the... we saw Ryoma with... Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left... That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating... In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m.
Και σε 5 λεπτά να κάνω αυτό που σου
While
έλεγα.
preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be
Το
alone.
ανέφερε και μόνη της, είναι τζάμπα.
It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranha. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym.
Είχαν πει...
And used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the... At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at... All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's... They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing.
Δεν ακούμπησε κάτι.
The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed.
Ρε μήπως... Παίζει να έχουμε κάνει μαλακιά ρε. Παίζει να επιτρέπεται να μπεις στο τέτοιο, στο δωμάτιο της πισίνης. Απλά να δεν επιτρέπεται να κολυμπήσει.
Άμα κολυμπήσει να βάλεις μήνυμα.
Νομίζω ναι. Άρα εντάξει.
Once back in the lab, the culprit...
Οκ, τότε βγάζει όλο νέμα ρε. Εγώ εκεί είχα κολλήσει.
They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab, and thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows.
Λέμε το γιατί είναι γάμα του, γιατί. Γιατί σκότωσε.
That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body.
Η άλλη σκότωσε επειδή πίστευε ότι ήταν ο mastermind, ότι είχε διοργανώσει το παιχνίδι αυτός όταν πήγαινε στην βιβλιοθήκη και το σκότωσε. Ή κάτι.
The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows. They would have built up to avoid crashing through the window. The culprit used a brake. They used their own hand. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the bodies separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had, but that's when they made their set.
One
end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence.
Ναι, γιατί θα μπορούσε να γεμώσει αν πήγε να τα πάρει. Κατάλαβες.
Άρα στο δωμάτιο γενικά μπορεί να βρίσκεται. Να κολυμπήσετε μπορεί.
That's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid? Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is
very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
We don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monotem, you're like a...
All right, let the heart-racing excitement at... It's voting time!
Τι,
Ναι, αλλά δεν μας είπε γιατί το έκανε.
Θα μας πει τώρα, δεν το λέει.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. What?
Νομίζω να μην πει πάλι κάτι.
Άμα βγήκε πάλι, τι είναι. Μέρος, αυτή μας ψήφισε. Είναι λογικό, δεν ψήφισε αυτό.
Σαν το Among Us. Μια ψήφισε.
Πάντως έκαναμε λάθος που θα βγάλει τώρα. Θα μου πεις τα δύο παιχνίδια, έτσι.
Τώρα δεν βρίσκουμε μοναδικά.
Εντάξει, ξύχα.
Πες μας γιατί.
Αλφα, καλό είναι.
Δώσε μου το.
Γιατί ρε, γιατί. Μίλα.
Oh my!
Thank goodness.
You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah.
Wait!
No way.
Yoo-hoo! The truth is,
Hey!
Damn it.
Κάτι θέμα, αλλά κόλλησε.
no way!
Shut up!
Say,
How? No.
What?
Um,
What's wrong?
I do not agree.
Damn.
Please!
Understood. I shall take that request.
well, you know.
Yes, that is correct.
Περίμενε, πατάς. Θυμάσαι που ο Ριώμα είπε ότι μπήκε φυλακή. Είχε μπει φυλακή σε μια φάση κοντός. Σκέφτομαι ότι ξέρει γιατί μπορεί να μπει φυλακή. Μπορεί να σκότωσε τους γονείς της καθαρίστριας.
Λες να έχει κάτι τέτοιο. Καλά, θα είχε κάποιο request, θα της είπανε. Και θα έπρεπε να το κάνει το request, να σκοτώσει το. Τι να μπορεί.
What are you saying?
May I?
Hey!
Huh?
Yes.
The fuck's going on? Huh? No, no. Oh!
Dumbass!
Yeah?
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Yeah?
Yeah. Daddy!
Hey, Father!
Hey.
What? You stupid!
Well now.
I see.
Oh, I see.
Hey!
What's wrong?
Yes.
So,
That's right.
Περίμενε, πατάς λίγο, θα ρωτήσω κάτι. Γιατί έγινε αυτό που έκανε switch όλα τα motive videos?
Τίποτα, τα αρκουδάκια ήταν για την box.
Δηλαδή, αυτά τα motive videos σου δείχνουν γιατί να σκοτώσεις τα δικό σου. Το δικό σου motive video σου δείχνει γιατί να σκοτώσεις και γιατί να εκτρέψεις μες στην οικογένειά σου και τέτοια.
Λέει. Τα switch είναι κατά λάθος. Τελείως κατά λάθος.
Και απλά έτυχε σε αυτή να είναι πάλι το δικό της.
All right! Back by popular demand, who's the most important person in your life? Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid, with clients in politics and finance. This elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. He asked Kirumi to make this country great again and transferred all his authority to her. No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country, and over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister. Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom. Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill. She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
Ja.
What?
Yes.
Wait!
What is this?
I do not agree. This is my selfless devotion. I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past, but he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What did I do?
I see.
Huh?
You really don't get it.
How rude!
I see.
Incredible. But
Actually. Yoo-hoo!
I do not know.
That's...
That is correct.
Huh?
I do not know. This is my selfless devotion. My apologies.
If so...
Okay.
But...
I don't like that.
Why? Wait!
Always messing around.
Bears do not lie.
Bears do not lie.
Hey,
Huh? 100%.
What are you trying to pull?
cuz. Shing!
Shut up!
Oh? Dang it!
Oh, I see.
Huh? Weird!
I do not agree. Do you agree?
Τι είπε, ότι ο κοντός δεν είχε reason to live, είχε πει τόσο καιρό.
That is... That is correct.
Σκότωσαν.
Got it. You're...
And then, he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
Then...
But...
What?
Because...
What are you talking about?
Wait!
Hmm?
Huh?
Well, you know...
told you. Why? What?
Yeah. But
Hey,
no. Jeez. In other words, please.
that's true.
Well, you know.
Hey!
Ah. Huh?
Okie dokie.
All right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you. I'm so sorry. Really, I am. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Τι? Υποτίθεται ότι είναι motive video.
Always messing around.
I see.
It can't be.
Damn.
Είναι πρώτα.
But... Because...
Yes. For everyone.
Εντάξει, θα το ψηφίσω όμως. Μάκα τώρα και πάμε πολύ περισσότερο, ξέρεις. Καλά, εντάξει, και αυτή θα μου πεις έπρεπε να κάνει την πατρίδα της.
Δεν μ' άρεσε πολύ ο λόγος της.
Ούτε εμένα. Εγώ το κοντόλ πάμε κύριο.
You need something?
Hey! Huh? Going to...
Unfortunately.
Jeez.
Huh?
Oh, man.
Shuichi!
Huh?
Hey! All right! Listen up. I mean, don't worry about it. Of course!
Jeez. But... So divine!
Είδες λέγαμε Γιώργη.
Μα, πλέον καλό δεν είναι. Και ο νεκρός είναι καλός. Ο νεκρός είναι
Ο νεκρός μ' άρεσε πανεύσιμος. Είναι...
Because...
Huh?
But...
Detestable cretin, τι είναι αυτά, τι είναι αυτές τις λέξεις.
Κρετίνος είναι, κρετίνος. Τζόκερ μου, προσπαθεί να τα κάνει όλα.
You mean?
Really?
Cut it out.
Κατάλαβες τι είπε ο Τζόκερ. Λέει, ξέρεις, η καθαρίστρια προσπαθεί να μπούμε εμείς στη θέση της για να πάει να σώσει το έθνος.
You must live.
Huh?
I see.
You must live. I will survive!
Καλά, θα το πεις τώρα.
I have to escape.
Damn it! Please run! Hurry!
Damn.
Hey!
Estamos vencendo το ρομπότ.
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the
What is it, honey?
ultimate for my nation, for my people. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time! I will not die!
Πάει και το αρκούδι. Καλά, πέθανε ολόκληρη και εγώ και το αρκούδι νοιάστηκα.
Εντάξει, αν το καλοσκεφτεί, ήταν και πρωθυπουργός. Άρα σαν να λέει...
Καλά, σας τους σκότωσε όλες, ρε.
Σκέψτε το. Γιος.
Αυτό το ρομπότ μας σκότωσε τους πάντες.
Σκέψου όμως και εσύ τι θα κάνεις, ας πούμε, στη θέση της ζωής, πες είσαι πρωθυπουργός. Θα δώσει να πεθάνεις ξέροντας ότι δεν θα σε έχει πιάσει το έθνος και ότι ενός χρειάζεται το έθνος, ή απλά θα έλεγες να βρουν το λάθος και ότι πηγαίνεις να πέθουν μια άλλη, κάποια άτομα, ξέρεις, άρχιστα και να ζήσεις εσύ που σε χρειάζεται το έθνος.
Καλά,
δεν
βάλω...
το ίδιο δεν θα κάνεις θέση της.
Ναι, ναι.
Απλά εντάξει, ήταν πιο στον άχουρο του κοντού γιατί...
Stop it!
I don't like that.
Τι I don't want this, ρε κολόπεδο.
I'll protect you!
Come on, 'cause Atua says so.
I see, yes.
That's true.
Okay.
Hey!
Of course. However... That's...
Huh?
I see.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
that's so mean. It's a lie. Because...
You're right.
That's right.
Και μετά από 3,5 ώρες
έφυγε αυτή που μας φρόντιζε η μαμά.
Τζάμπα τα δώρα ρε πούστη.
You're right.
Why, you? I won't forgive you.
It'll be okay. What's wrong?
Αλλά αν μου βγάλει πότε να κάνω save επιτέλους.
But...
Δεν είχες νόημα να ζήσεις επειδή δεν σταμάτη η βίντεο. Γιατί το άδες. Γιατί το άδες. Ποιος του το έδειξε αυτό με την δικό του
Το ζήτησε νομίζω από την Κυρόμη.
Γάμο το. Βρε δαίμονα.
Δαίμονα.
You get it?
Είναι τα φάτσες.
Πήγε τα φάτσα καλύτερα.
Huh?
Και γι' αυτό δεν ήθελε να μπουν στο δωμάτιό της μάλλον.
Ναι.
Γιατί κρύβει.
Πέθανε κι αυτό.
Κάτι κρύβει.
Κάποιος θα πεθάνει από εκεί του τώρα.
This is an interesting turn of events. Would you really kill me in front of everyone?
Hey, Maki! What the hell's going on?
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right, but that's not your style. Right, Miss Ultimate Assassin?
Και οι κυρίες μετά από 3,5 ώρες. Μόνο κυρίες.
Μόνο οι κυρίες.
To be continued.